Wicked, 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 wicked. Wicked tones, you know.
Yeah, whatever. All demonstrations will be done with weight. They got nothing to prove to no one. Someone reached out to me and asked me to talk about rack pulls. It's not that I'm not a fan of rack pulls, it's just like everyone again thinks that these like certain movements are going to elicit like this great response in your back, and it's just like we just need to get out of this thinking, right? Anyway, so if you're going to do a rack pull, the thing I see people doing wrong is like it's just this desire. It's just they're making it the top of a deadlift, which is what it is. Let's say they're not going from the ground anymore, but it's just this like standing up. So like I grab on here and I stand up and I just go, oh, boom, and put it down. It's just this like fast motion, like get my shoulders to rock back, because somehow you think that's engaging back, which it is to a degree, but it's not just the motion of doing this and boom, this and up through. It's not what it is, right? Whereas if I can get myself into a rack pull situation, much like a deadlift, a real deadlift situation where I can get tight to the bar and I can like squeeze, I can roll. So if my elbows are over the bar right now, I'm rolling into lat and tucking. So I'm cinching down into my back. My chin is already down and my pressure in my head is already back. So I'm not here going, I'm already pressured back and locked into my lower back arch and lats tucked into my bicep or my tricep here. And I'm just standing up through, boom. So my head motion never changes. It's just driving chest through. It's not shoulders and ranking back. I want to stay engaged in back, already engaged here. So when I pull, it's just like I'm squeezing. It's almost like I'm pushing my triceps into my lats. So it's here and then it's here. That's all it is. It doesn't need to be 5 fucking plates. Like, it should be more than this. Don't get me wrong. I just don't give a fuck. So you're gonna watch me do a 25. But it's like, just understand that you make the connection to the back here like you do when you deadlift. You lock into everything you need to lock into, dig into the floor, drive yourself in deeper into your lats, and then stand up through the pull. So again, it's my head pushing back, and I'm down here, my pushing back. So this pressure's keeping my posterior chain engaged. It's not fucking, and then, like just clanking and bouncing off of the fucking rack. Like, it's an isolating movement if you want it to be, but all of you are treating it like it's fucking, hey man, it's a half a deadlift. I can go fucking ape shit crazy and fucking lift this thing up and down and clank it and impress everybody in the gym, but your back still looks like fucking trash, like we've said before. So like, I got into this discussion last night on Bro Chat. It was talking about like heavy weight and things like that, talking about barbell rows like I've talked about before. And it's just like the way I explained what I explain, how I train, especially to guys who've never heard me speak about how I train and my philosophy. It's like, these are true opinions being like, oh, we've always been told a different way, but what you're saying makes more sense. So that automatically is a red flag. Because if it makes more sense to you innately and like just overall sounds better to you, it probably is. So I don't know why you'd go back. Not that you have to listen to everything I say, but something else that makes sense. That's maybe not what's preached in the dogma of bodybuilding, right? Understand that that's a light bulb turning on and your brain being like, oh, I recognize that sounds a lot more logical and a lot safer and a lot smarter a way of doing things, right? So why don't you try and do that for a while? Even if you don't have to abandon everything you do. Like if I have a problem with deadlifts, you don't need to abandon deadlifts. Just work on stuff for your back that actually develops your back. Keep doing your deadlifts. I don't care a fuck. You're the one wasting your time. But it's like, work on the stuff that actually helps your back, and you'll understand that maybe I don't need to do this 4-plate barbell row. I don't need to do this like deadlift, or I don't need to do these 8-plate rack pulls, because I can actually engage my back and use my back properly and engage and develop, right? And then we can maybe go back to those staple lifts or these like compound lifts and be better at them once we've understood like how to engage the muscles properly, right? Make those lifts more efficient. Crazy thought.